Baugh is the leading scorer for the Suns. Same starting lineup for the Sioux Falls Skyforce with Christopher Settle, Danger Young, and Dennis Smith Jr. Skyforce with an even 12-12 record, 8-3 for the 8-13 for the Valley Suns. And CJ Huntley will win the tap. We're underway here on Heritage Court at the Sanford Pentagon. Well, as we get things started, Carter, are there some things that you want to see tonight between these two teams?
I would say for the Skyforce, now that Malawatch isn't down on assignment for them, maybe attacking on the inside towards CJ Huntley or the opposition of that side to try to get more inside the paint with points. And then for the Suns, it's more of the same. Spark that shooting from the outside with McDermott and Baugh and create with the assists and rebounds.
Wide open, Baugh,
there he is.
And he ties the score at 3. Well, looks like C.J. Huntley and Danger will duel way out on the perimeter, the start of the possession. 9 to shoot as Dennis Smith Jr. will test the lane. Turnaround jumper. Looked like it had a lot of spin to get off that glass and in.
Nice hook.
Dennis Smith Jr. has over 300 games experience in the NBA, joining the Skyforce prior to the All-Star break. Damian Baugh, consecutive threes for Damian Baugh. And that's not really his calling card. Damian Baugh is usually around 29%, but he's banged home his first 2. And McDermott absorbing the contact and picking up the offensive foul. Paul Jesperson, the head coach of the Suns, he's joined by Gerard Martin, Ben Sanders, and Jordan Ash. He is the brain trust for Valley as their second year as an entity. The Phoenix Suns owning and operating the Valley team. They did have the Northern Arizona Suns, which was linked to Phoenix before they exited Northern Arizona to head to Motor City to become the Crews. First foul in the game on Dennis Smith Jr. Damian Baugh as he steps to the free throw line. He was more of the distributor in that game on Friday night.
15 assists, I believe.
Along with 11 points in that contest. Also 2 steals for Damian Baugh.
He's almost at his point total from Friday's game already with 8.
He does average 22 points per contest, so it probably would stand to reason that we'll see a lot more action with Damian Baugh. Danger will go to the free throw line. Danger coming in, averaging 12 a game. 6 rebounds and a block out of Memphis. And one thing that we did see in that game on Friday night, Carter, is that there was a lot of foul trouble amongst the bigs.
And it turned out to be the catalyst of the game. We thought that maybe it would hurt the Suns with Malawatch getting 5 fouls so early, but it ended up he was shooting the key free throws in that game to put it away.
Baugh and Huntley with the 2-man game, pull-up jumper. Damian Baugh short, but the offensive rebound. Both teams had 14 offensive rebounds in that contest as Keldon Johnson sweeps in for the layup. But the Skyforce shot 45% in that game on Friday night. The Suns were at 52%. Jameer Young skirting to the hole. C.J. Huntley's going to drive, and he is going to try to slam. Looking for a call. Settle with the defense. Play us some hot potato. Josh Christopher, he'll hold the potato and hoist. Tied at 10.
Send the potato home.
That's a French fry right there. Oui, oui, monsieur. Well, a little miscommunication. Jameer Young could not hold it. Will they reset the shot clock? Yes, they will. They'll put it back to 10. Jameer Young did not have full possession. There's Dan Bisacchio, head coach of the Skyforce, joined by Nate Wilson, Herman Mando, Keita Bates-Diop, Jared Houston. And speaking of Keita, we will have Keita Bates-Diop as our halftime interview. And the steal by Danger He's got Christopher running to him. Danger will take it himself. We saw that on Friday night too. Danger going coast to coast.
When he gets that open court, he does not like to pass. He wants to take that puppy home.
Into the lane, Keldon Johnson. Excuse me, that's his brother, Caleb Johnson.
The Suns are coming out very aggressive.
12-12. Steve Settle on the drive. And they'll call the foul. Caleb Johnson will be the guilty party. You know, one thing that's interesting about this starting lineup for the Suns, you know, look at the starters that you see tonight with Caleb Johnson only getting almost 10 minutes of action, but getting the start in this contest. Marcus Burke only played 4 minutes, getting the start. And C.J. Huntley, he has been a starter for the Suns, came off the bench and played 19 minutes. So we'll expect to see some heavy minutes of those 3 players that didn't really get it on Friday.
Yes.
Danger with the pass. The distributor as he gets it to Josh Christopher. Danger in that game on Friday night had 5 assists in that contest, along with his 26 points.
Danger has also been extremely efficient from shooting perspective. He's 64%.
C.J. Huntley, the 3. Rebound, Jameer Young. Jameer trying to put Kobe Brea on roller skates. Brea with an early entry. He started on Friday night, coming off the bench in this contest. Dane Danger with the bucket underneath. And I think you see the influence already of not having Malawatch available for the Suns.
Certainly so. They've scored 16 points, 10 of those coming in the paint for the Skyforce.
Damian Boss being hounded by Settle, and Johnson didn't have the grip on the ball. Josh Christopher to Steve Settle. Settle lost it. Damian Baugh goes the nutmeg route and then sends it over to McDermott for 3.
Don't see that too often.
1-point game. Entertaining sequence to help us to the break as the Skyforce and the Suns as we take to Baugh. Oh yeah, he did go nutmeg route, didn't he? Whoop. Very nice. And the kaboom. We have returned as the Sioux Falls Skyforce and Valley Suns doing battle on a Sunday afternoon. Well, we got our keys to the game as the Sioux Falls Skyforce and Valley Suns, well, the Suns look like they're finding their rhythm early on. Yeah. That's one of the keys to the game, but all these different players, they are certainly building a rapport with each other.
Certainly so. We didn't know exactly how they were going to come out just with the different change of a lineup tonight, but they're looking real good so far.
Skyforce also needing rebounding as one of their emphases in the game so far. So they're rebounding nearly even, but again, it's a small sample size.
Yep.
Vladislav Golden is checked on. Bez Mbang as well after the timeout. 5 to shoot as Josh Christopher will look to Golden. Golden needs to rip it away and then puts it up with the left. And then the rebound comes in Bezembeng saves it. Josh Christopher puts his man on the deck.
That golden miss was the first miss for the Skyforce tonight. They were shooting 100% before that, and then Christopher went and recorrected that for them. So
yeah, 7 straight to begin. Valley Suns trying to work back, going for the tie, and McDermott gets the job done.
He pulls the trigger quick.
4 of 8 from deep for the Suns. As Vladislav Golden adjusting. He will get the chance at the free throw line. The Skyforce shooting 8 of 9 early on, and the Valley Suns 6 of 12, although not the percentage. The free throw that they were converted, plus the extra 3-point shots, that's the reason that the Suns are able to keep pace with the Skyforce.
Certainly so.
Look at that, 12 points in the paint for Sioux Falls already, 12 of the 18. And those other 2 3-point shots, the Skyforce have hit both of their attempts from long range. Skyforce hit the free throw.
Skyforce have also had 9 fast break points already in this game. Usually that's not a number that grows until deeper into the game.
Yeah, the Skyforce were a little bit off in their fast break points on Friday night. They only scored 6 fast break points, the Suns 15. That may be another key to the game, is getting the Skyforce out on the run. McDermott, another quick trigger. Golden, high for the rebound. Getting the first action of the weekend for Tyrese Samuel. Josh Christopher from 28. Pure. Skyforce, their largest lead of the game. Both teams have had a 5-point advantage in this contest. It's the Skyforce second foul that they have committed. Both of them have resulted in free throws. To the run by R.J. Nemhard. He's getting his first action of the day. Nemhard in that contest on Friday night as he makes the free throw. Nemhard with 19 points off the bench, including 7 from the free throw line. He's got 2 tonight to start. Vladislav Golden had a free rein to the rim. Knew what to do. Nemhard turns the corner, finds Samuel. Samuel is hounded. And the rebound, Bezembeng pulls it down. Bezembeng had a triple-double on Thursday night against the Vipers. Turnover. R.J. Nemhard. And the rebound comes back to Valley. They get the O board. McDermott, instead of the 3, he'll give it off to Samuel. That's a good give.
Damian Baugh's presence on the court, his feel for where players need to be. I mean, that was a no-look pass to the corner. He didn't shoot it. It went to the paint and then dunked it in, but still.
The hockey assist, as you might say. Yes.
Yeah. Bit of a showman.
Jameer Young finds the hole from long range. Skyforce by 6, now by 4. Damian Baugh. Now we're seeing a different Damian Baugh in this contest than we saw on Friday night. He was more content to let the talents of Fleming and Malawatch do their thing. Into the lane, Jameer Young. And the Skyforce still have missed only once. The only possessions they haven't scored are the ones they've turned it over. And Baugh is able to put it back in. Although they're going to call a foul as Vladislav Golden. And they're claiming that Vladislav was not the guilty party. He was holding the hand of Baugh, of Samuel.
It looks like he just fell down and then grabbed Vlad's arm.
But that's, the officials see it that way, and that's where we play on. 4-point game. Now the first action of the weekend for Nathan Mariano. And the three puts the Suns back within one. Ball knocked off the floor.
Based on how this first quarter has gone, it seems this game is going to be a high-scoring affair.
Yeah, the trend is definitely going in that direction. And it's a little bit different because the Suns are 24th in pace, and we see them substituting liberally, so they have a shorter roster, but they are changing their substitution patterns, and they want to keep pace with the Skyforce, who have a full roster plus.
Yeah.
A corner three. Weak side rebound for Golden, who is able to put it back. Adding more points in the paint.
Up to 18.
And the Skyforce getting an offensive rebound off a miss. 2:38 to go in the first quarter. Sanford Pentagon and Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and the Skyforce and the Suns in a three-point battle.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny.
No one will play with me.
Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared,
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
and the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
We return. And again, quite a battle between these two teams. And that Friday night game, 6 players in double digits. And of course, with Malawach and Fleming doing most of the damage. Had a 15-point lead in that game, did the Suns, and that was in the third quarter. Skyforce, 20 points from Josh Christopher, Jameer Young 29, Danger 26. Yeah, those assignees, Malawach with 20 and 9. Kobe Brea, also a two-way contract player. And the Suns missed the free throw. Into the lane, Cam Carter. Dennis Smith Jr. driving in. The kick out, Alex Fudge, Gabe Madsen. Turnaround jumper for Gabe Madsen. He did not score on Friday night, but gets 2 points here.
The missed free throw was a key factor in the last game for the Skyforce as well, so don't want to be missing too many of those for the Suns.
Johnson with the misfire. Valley will get it back on the baseline. Entering, or rather looking to inbound the ball, will be Zurich Phelps. He's out of Texas A&M. He finds the cutter. Mariano. So Mariano's got a couple of buckets. He's got a 3 and a 2. Get the Suns and their 9 players that they have deployed. And here comes the lob to Alex Fudge.
The number of points in the paint keeps growing. The Skyforce are now up to 22.
Yeah, 22 points in the first quarter. That's a trend for like 80 points in the paint.
Yeah.
Don't expect that to continue. Phelps getting a high arcing floater in the lane. Now the Suns with 14 points in the paint. 3 for Dennis Smith Jr. Rebound kept by Johnson. Caleb will get it back, and then he'll dump it off. Samuel Had to go through his mitts. Now Samuel comes over to our end of the scorer's table, and he puts his lotion, his O'Keefe's working hands, lotion on the hands, and I said, got to get you another one. He said, we're going to try. So I think the Suns are playing really loose in this contest.
I agree. We talked during the break, and Damian Baugh is playing with more of an edge to himself tonight. I think because the Sioux aren't down, he is not having to facilitate as much. He had 15 assists in the last game. Tonight already has 10 points and playing with an edge.
Alex Fudge with that offensive foul late to the spot of setting the screen. Samuel, the kick out. Mariano for three. And the rebound. Loose ball foul against the Suns. 41.4 seconds left in the period. This is the last foul for the Suns to give, so this will be a Skyforce inbound from the hash.
A lot of fouls early for both teams tonight. The Skyforce already have 6, and the Suns are at 4 now.
And also, if you see the point total that we've got so far in this first quarter, the Skyforce scored 38 in one quarter, and then 33 was their highest in the others. So you see the better offensive output for the Skyforce. And over and back, Skyforce have turned it over their 6th time. They only had 11 turnovers on Friday night, so another comparison to watch.
Certainly not the stat that you want trending upwards.
Ball back in the game for the Suns, also Sean McDermott.
So the shot clock is off as the Skyforce touched it in backcourt, and the Suns can put it all the way down to zeros in this possession. Nemhard against Mbeng at the top. And we'll see this duel. They switch it over to Carter on the defense, and they call the whistle in the act of shooting. Cam Carter will be the guilty party in that man-to-man defense. Yeah, they just waited for that screen to come, and they wanted to pick on Carter in that sequence.
Yeah. 7 personal fouls in the first quarter for the Skyforce.
And that's the 4th team foul on Sioux Falls, and that has resulted in 4 free throws. So none of those loose ball fouls and no ticky-tack fouls away from the ball. It's always been in the course of trying to prevent the shot. And Nemhard makes it a 1-point game. 4 seconds with Josh Christopher. He will fire, and it will thud off the backboard. And 36-35, a 1-point game at the conclusion of this first quarter. Skyforce in the lead as the Alex Fudge experience will send us to the second quarter on FanDuel Sports Network and NBAGleague.com.
Limited time, Sanford Health is offering heart and vascular screenings for only $25 each. Go to sanfordhealth.org.
Drew Smith, good to see him back healthy and making a difference. Yes, he's come roaring down.
His superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting and wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
second quarter coming up. Skyforce and Sons. Dan Peters along with Carter Mix. You see that 114 and 118 point total between these two teams. You can imagine that the pace is heading towards that 120 mark for Sioux Falls, which is probably in their sweet spot, and not so much for the Suns. So what can be sustainable as we go forward? Will the Skyforce be able to continue to shoot 75% from the floor? I know. I'll call it right now. But the rebounding numbers, of course, there haven't been many missed shots, so you're not going to have a whole lot of rebounds so far. But at least in this first quarter, that free throw shooting does stand out a bit.
Yes. Turnovers as well for the Skyforce.
So 6 turnovers, 12 points given up. That's probably the reason, the main reason why you're shooting 75%, but you only lead by 1. You've given up 12 points off turnovers.
Yep. Oh.
Cam Carter fights for the ball on the lob, and then in prime position. Well, there was C.J. Huntley there in the distance, lingering. Marcus Burke out of Indiana Purdue, the Jaguars. And the rebound to the Skyforce off the missed 3. Suns are going to put up a lot of threes in this game. They've got 14 launches already from long range. Dennis Smith Jr. that went off of his foot out of bounds. So almost a minute gone by in this first quarter. Haven't scored yet. So maybe a little scoring slowdown in the early stages of this second quarter. Alex Fudge gets the steal, and he'll get fouled and sent right into the stanchion, and will get himself up off the floor, peel himself up off the deck. Now that was pretty rugged, and we'll see how rugged it was.
Definitely did not feel too good.
Well, it was not hard contact,
no,
but it was him in a vulnerable position.
Yeah.
That was probably made it more of a, I guess you could say, a detriment than anything.
Yeah.
Alex Fudge with the free throw.
With the pace you were talking about earlier, Dan, the Skyforce, when they win, their average is 121 points. When they lose, their average is 107 points. So quite the stark contrast now versus the Suns. When they win, it's 116 points. When they lose, it's 113 points. It's not that big of a difference for them.
Yeah, the gradient is smaller for sure. Ball with the 3, but the rebound underneath for C.J. Huntley. C.J. Huntley was an offensive rebounding specimen on Friday night. Skyforce by 1. Chance for Christopher to shoot 1 for 2 points. C.J. Huntley with the foul. That's his first of the night. Caleb Johnson's got a pair. Marcus Burke with 2 fouls. And Christopher, 12 points early on. Christopher with 20 points and 6 rebounds, 4 assists in the Friday night contest. Huntley against Fudge. And then here comes Cam Carter with a swipe, and then taking it away is Christopher. Dennis Smith Jr. And then Cam Carter flying in for the bucket. Largest lead of the game has been 6 points. So Skyforce with a 5-point margin currently. Damian Baugh with the sparkly shoes. And a heel on the line for R.J. Nemard.
It's crazy what a quarter can change in terms of pace. The first quarter for both teams, it was kind of wide open. They were flying down the court, and now it's a lot more methodical.
Cam Carter and Fudge and Christopher on the perimeter. They'll go 5 out now. And Christopher will then launch it to the corner. Gabe Madsen for 3. Alex Fudge on the weak side goes strong to the goal. And the Skyforce at their largest lead of the game of 7. Valley Suns. Nemhard driving the baseline, gets his own rebound, puts it in. Of course, there wasn't too many tall players down there to oppose R.J. Nemhard. Josh Christopher, Cam Carter, corner three. Oh, he sinks it from the corner and gets spilled. And he'll go to the free throw line and probably put one more on the board.
And a foul on Marcus Burke. His third, team foul number 3.
Yeah, Marcus Burke got right into him. He picks up his third foul. There's Matthew, the strength coach, getting right up in the business. Our officials for this ball game: Ian McClenny, Julian McFadden, Ashley Birch. As Cam Carter with the 4-point play. And the Skyforce pushed the lead to 9. And I think it's their largest lead of the 2-game series. Alex Fudge the steal. He'll lob it up for Cam Carter. You'd think of it going the other way.
That kid can fly.
Cam Carter electrifies the Sanford Pentagon faithful.
He called for that oop down in the middle of the transition, and it looked like Fudge was second guessing it, but threw it anyways.
And then Alex Fudge wipes it away. Gabe Madsen, the kick out. Jameer Young is back. Gabe Madsen loads up, dives in, and then dishes it off for Jameer Young. Timeout on the court. It'll be called by Paul Jesperson and the Valley Suns as the Skyforce explode with a serious run. They're at a 14 straight. Look at that, Cam Carter. Get up.
That's where our experts come in. They're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine.
Welcome to Cafe Mini Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters, for people who love their pets.
We return to the Sanford Pentagon. The Skyforce, they've put together their big run. We'll get to that in a moment. You see those two-way players. See, there's the fellow on the left. He's the new guy. Trevor Keels earning the two-way contract after Myron Gardner worked his way to a standard deal. Myron Gardner getting in the action last night for the Miami Heat in that win over the Memphis Grizzlies.
I saw that.
Jameer Young and his current mark, 9 points so far in this game, 4 of 4 from the field. Vladislav Golden with 6 points, 2 of 3. Trevor Keels also got in the action last night for the Miami Heat. Not the only one that didn't get in the contest. Oh, McDermott fumbled. Nico was the only one who didn't get any action last night for the former Skyforce players.
That's what you want to see from your guys, though, battling for each other.
Absolutely. Jameer Young. He's working on Damian Baugh. The kick out, Gabe Madsen for 3. That was a great rhythm shot for Gabe Madsen.
When he gets in his flow, he's a pure shooter.
Gabe Madsen with 5, his first three-pointer of the game. Madsen didn't score on Friday night. They'll call that a basket interference. Alex Fudge is in a state of shock. As you can see, we'll take a brief look. Ooh, oh, man.
It looked like a block to me.
Oh. Boy, if it wasn't a block, it was just there. But we're looking at it in slow motion on that replay.
That's true, that's true.
Steve Settle, free throw line, gives it off. 4 to shoot. Madsen's got to do some work, and he's used the sideline. Too much court. Skyforce by 14. Their largest lead, 16 at 55-39. Chance for Damian Baugh and the Suns to get back in contact. Samuel turns the corner, goes with the right hand, gets to the second one off the right hand.
Only 2 lead changes so far in this contest.
Game has been tied 4 times. Josh Christopher will put it in. Christopher with 15. He had 37 in that game against the Vipers on Thursday night, so he has found the stroke tonight.
A super efficient 15 as well.
Samuel got loose underneath. Yeah, great efficiency for Christopher from both 2s and 3s.
I mean, for the whole Skyforce roster almost. Shooting
76%. Jameer Young gives it back to Fudge. Oh, tried the reverse dunk and got fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. So all 10 players that have been sent to the court. You got the little push from Samuel. Got him right on the shoulder. Oh, looks like LJ wants to get the close-up of the shoe bottom there.
You know, I think those are the self-tying shoes. Now that I saw them up close.
Oh, really? Well, you are kind of a shoe guy.
Yep.
You do like the kicks.
A little bit of a connoisseur. Yep, they are. It's pretty cool to see.
There's Zurich Phelps working on Christopher. Phelps will spin to the baseline, fade, and hit. 11-point lead. Josh Christopher will add 2 to make it 13. Josh Christopher, 17 in the first half. Christopher can light it up. We've got to look through the statistical pages of Josh Christopher history to see what his career high is. 40 is his career high. He did that against the Memphis Hustle on March 19th of 24. Scored, and again, I mentioned that 37, and that was very recent vintage.
It's always fun to see him and Keels get hot at the same time on the floor.
You know, you look at the players that are ignitable. You got Jameer Young and Josh Christopher for Sioux Falls. And of course, we've seen Damian Baugh start to sizzle a little bit early on. He's tailed off just a little, but he still has 12 points.
Yeah, he's cooled down, but he's also facilitated a lot more with 3 more assists added.
So Baugh gets the toss. He's 2 of 2 from the stripe. Jameer Young, a rapid dribble, and then nice touch at the end. 2 players for Sioux Falls with more than 10. Zurich Phelps probing, and he finds McDermott on the outlet. Ball with 8 to shoot. We'll wait for the screen. And the ball nudged out of bounds by Christopher. So the Valley Suns will turn to the half-court set where they have to get a shot off in 4 seconds. But they've got 4.3, so they got a little bit of wiggle room.
A little bit of wiggle room. Maybe 2 passes if needed.
3 if they really move it. They're not going to pass. It's McDermott with 0.8 of a second on the shot clock. And the defender grazes the midsection of Mr. McDermott.
Should have known that the Suns were going to go to their sharpshooter.
Yeah, McDermott, as a three-point shooter, has 159 attempts coming into the game, with 52 of them converted. McDermott, that's a big free throw.
When he comes around that screen, he rises and fires so quickly. It's tremendously hard to
A step back for Christopher. He maintains his pace. 20 in the first half for Josh Christopher, the former Arizona Sun Devil. Former Houston Rocket, did have a two-way contract with the Miami Heat, Sioux Falls Skyforce previously. Three from the corner. Mariano, rebound, Danger. Danger is going to get ahead of steam. Oh, he goes to the flash, only gets denied by Mariano.
Shows you something new almost every time.
Hesitation, and then the finish for Caleb Johnson. If nothing else, this game has had a really good flow to it.
Certainly so. I think we're in for a treat in the second half as well.
One thing to watch, Carter, is that now the teams have kind of even out on their turnovers, and also the points off the turnovers to boot. It was like 12-2 earlier.
You're right, exactly even on the turnover counterpart with 8, and then 14 points for that Skyforce and 13 for the Suns.
Skyforce by 11. Christopher, yeah, you knew it. You just knew it.
Yep.
22 for JC.
He's getting into that flow state kind of mind.
Dane Danger with the deflection.
I was really hoping he was going to take that one to the rack.
Phelps to McDermott. McDermott will spin. Oh, he runs into trouble. Josh Christopher with the foul. That's his second. And again, we get back to Josh Christopher. Great efficiency numbers. He is just, he is in rhythm for sure.
Yes. 8 for 9, 4 for 5 from 3. The whole Skyforce team is still shooting 76% from the field and 66% from the 3, which we have seen them struggle recently from the 3-point line. So it's good to see them to be able to do that, but the free throw line is where they're still needing to pick that back up at 57%.
Skyforce by 13. 3:20 remaining in this second quarter. 5 to shoot. They get the lob, and that one squirts out of the hands of Johnson. Jameer Young crosses over, then a couple of moves. Dane Danger will go to work. Samuel will pick up the foul, and that's his third. You can see the distribution of fouls is also a little disparity. You've got really even on the Skyforce side and a concentrated look on the Suns.
Yeah, I saw that there was 11 fouls for the Skyforce, so I went through and looked to see if anyone was really in trouble. And I did it for both teams, and nobody really is except for Burke and Samuel upon the Suns with 3. Everyone else has 2 or less.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson got 2 early, but has certainly kept himself in check from there.
It'd be cool to see Calvin Johnson on an NBA court.
It would be. Danger, the free throw, and the rebound could not be saved. Almost tried to take the official Ashley Birch with him as he drifted out of bounds. Skyforce will do a little bit of a faux pressure in the backcourt. Make Damian Baugh a little work. And again, Damian Baugh starting off with a big flourish. And again, getting more of his teammates involved, playing the 2-man game with McDermott. And there's McDermott. He's got 12, backing up his 16-point night on Friday. 10-point spread. Into the lane, Jameer Young in the defense, taking a little contact, using the glass, and of course his strong arm is his left arm. Oh, Nemhard missed the first, couldn't get the second. It'll be 5 on 3 as Steve Settle will give it up to Cam Carter. Great decision. To the other end, Nemhard is again left lacking. as we head towards the final 2 minutes of this first half. Well, Cam Carter is also another one of those ignitable players for the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Danger is also one of those. Danger will give it off to Settle. Settle will go towards the corner, and the Skyforce are just smashing it from the outside.
I mean, if you can believe it, they're up to 78%, and they were at 76 like 2 minutes ago. So they're rising in percentage, which is extremely hard to do when you're that high already.
18-point palindrome on the board. 1:21 remaining second quarter. Timeout on the court as these two teams, the Sioux Falls Skyforce, are putting some distance between them and the Suns. Back after this on FanDuel Sports Network and NBAGLeague.com.
Coming to Miami, I knew, like, I've been here as a kid to the game, like I've seen this franchise and what it stands for, and I was just like, I feel like Miami always kind of had little influences throughout my life the whole way, and then it was a full circle moment.
Welcome back to the Sanford Pentagon. Skyforce and Suns. Let's take a look at some of the Miami Heat things happening in the Sioux Falls Skyforce. Miami Heat getting that win against the Memphis Grizzlies last night, and the Skyforce with Skyforce with plenty of contributions. Trevor Keels got in the game, and also Myron Gardner with 5 points. Also getting some good looks from Kaspras Yakachonis, getting the start in the last couple of games, and playing good floor game as well. You also have the Kalel Ware effect. 11 points, 15 rebounds. It just seems that double-digit rebounds are an element of Kalel Ware's game when he gets into the Miami Heat lineup. Kalel did spend a couple of games with the Skyforce last season.
Yeah,
and they got
those games that he played. He was a high riser in all of them. And
Miami Heat coming up. They've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. So a kick. McDermott got a footy. And so they will keep it in the Skyforce end. With 1:04 left, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Jameer Young, instead of the pick and roll, Team Danger the rebound and the putback. Skyforce up to 75% shooting, still at 75%. Damian Baugh looking to take it himself. Valley Suns get the offensive board. Skyforce by 20. Waning seconds of this first half. Skyforce get the steal. Jameer Young, he's going to take it himself and then put it back in is Cam Carter. And the Skyforce by 22. There will be about 3.7 seconds left between shot and game clock as we end this first half. McDermott, reset, and the launch. McDermott now goes to 15 points, leading scorer for the Suns. Jameer Young, in and out at the buzzer. So we've got a 19-point margin as we head to break. So we'll have an interesting conversation with Katie Bates-Diop at halftime. We'll see what his perspective is during this first half. We'll also have the statistics. A lot of great shooting for the Skyforce.
Welcome to Cafe Mini Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters. For people who love their pets.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
Halftime at the Sanford Pentagon. Sioux Falls Skyforce and Valley Suns. Skyforce, their career high, or the team record, 84 points and a half. We've got 79 on the board right now. Sanford Health is proud to provide sports medicine coverage for the Sioux Falls Skyforce because life is better with the freedom to move. You find yourself saying not today when you really wish you could? Well, that means orthopedic pain is a part of your life, but it shouldn't really be a big disruption. If you've been avoiding these activities that you used to love, make a change. They have surgical and non-surgical treatment options to manage your pain, get you back in action. Visit sanfordhealth.org to find a provider. As we bring you the highlights from this first half, you'll see a lot of Josh Christopher, see a little bit of Caleb Johnson, a little bit of Jameer Young too. He's got 13 points. And a lot of Damian Baugh as he gives it off to Sean McDermott. McDermott with 15, Damian Baugh 14. Josh Christopher, 22 points in the first half, 13 for Jameer Young. 13 off the bench for Cam Carter, including a high-flying, vicious dunk for Carter. McDermott is 4 of 7. All of his launches have come from long range. You see some of those team statistics, 72%. Now if the Skyforce were to maintain that, that would be a team record to be able to keep that pace. So we don't expect that to keep going here in this second half, but of course, the Valley Suns shooting 50% in that first half, which is really good. It's above their average. Usually it's about 45%. Three-point shooting, that's also pretty good average for the Suns. The Skyforce, so 62%. That's crazy, 10 of 16 overall. And the Skyforce also out-rebounding the Suns. Of course, the Suns missing a few more shots and not as many rebounds to capture in this game. The Skyforce have 6 offensive rebounds, while the Valley Suns have 8 on the offensive board. And the turnovers, that has definitely been a tough a trend for the Valley Suns that has hurt them, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah, for sure. You don't ever want to turn the ball over, especially you don't want to turn it over more than the other team. But it's extremely crazy to see the field goal percentage, the three-point percentage for the Skyforce, and then you look at their free throw percentage, and they're shooting 50% from there. That's something that they're going to need to pick up, or it could bite them later on in the game.
Yeah, you compare the two quarters. 3 turnovers for the Valley Suns in the first, and then 8 in the second quarter, and leading to 15 points off turnovers for the Suns. That's one of the main differences in the game, along with the Skyforce and their shooting. So we will take an opportunity to pause, and then we will return. Kata Bates-Diop will join us from the Sioux Falls Skyforce coaching staff, and we'll have some more to discuss in this Skyforce lead over the Suns.
Down goes Drew. Just painful heartbreak injury demon again. This guy has overcome a lot. So much respect. Right on the cusp.
Everybody knows about his journey. You can only hope that he bounces back from this.
He'll be okay. Because he is who he is.
His superpower is his fortitude. To be able to do what he's done, not only with the injuries, but secondly, we've cut him so many different times, and he would just find more resolve. That inspires me. And I think he has that effect on everybody in the locker room.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
One of the most resilient people I've ever met.
That man is nothing but effort.
I tell him to his face, like, bro, you inspirational.
He gives you everything he has, every chance he gets.
The smile on his face every day when he comes in, like the work he put in. I know he'll be better than he was.
Drew is a fighter, man. He could have quit a long time ago. The fact that he's still fighting and wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith is somebody that you can't help root for. Drew Smith, how do you do? You just feel good seeing him out on the floor and productive again.
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
You got to have something else and a different twitch to get here and stay here.
Drew Smith, your time, son.
Proving to myself that this is where I belong and I wouldn't want to do it anywhere else.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
A lot, and those bigs are doing their job of getting space and getting and the guards are getting the ball in good position down low.
Yeah, we have 17 assists already at the half, so guys are moving, guys are sharing from the guards to the bigs, and they're finishing in the paint. We're also shooting 10 for 16 from three-point line, so everything's kind of going for us right now.
And also getting some, winning the rebound battle, which, it was a struggle on Friday night. Different personnel that the Suns are deploying, but do you see a better effort in getting after it with, we haven't had many missed shots, but you've been getting your fair share of them.
Yeah, you said that's all it's about, is the effort over who's ever out there. Doesn't matter if it's you and me out there, doesn't matter if it's first-round picks out there. We got to have the effort to rebound every single game, and I'm very pleased with the guys so far with three games and 4 nights with the effort they've displayed in the first half.
Defensively, we saw them turn the ball over 8 times in that second quarter, and then even out that points off turnover battle. Did you see some better execution defensively to be able to pull off those 8 turnovers?
Yeah, even more than the execution was the energy from the guys off the bench. Alex Fudge and Cam Carter came in immediately and had a great defensive impact, deflections, blocks, and it got us out on the break early.
All right, some things to tweak in that second half. What are you looking to maintain or possibly improve?
Yeah, the fouling them in the first half was a little bit of an issue. We talked about it with Ball, McDermott, Nimhard foul, or getting to the free throw line, and then they're still shooting 50% from the field as well, almost 40% from 3. So as well we played in the first half, it can do much better in the second.
Thanks, Cato. I appreciate it, and best to you in the second half.
Thank you.
Cato Bates-Diop joining us, and we'll have a second half coming. The Skyforce starting it with a 19-point advantage. Still has 24 minutes to determine who comes away. The Suns with a sweep, or the Skyforce with a split. As Alex Fudge giving it up to Cam Carter, one of the hammers we saw in that first half.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny.
No one will play with me.
Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared.
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
And the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Good to see him back healthy and making a difference. Yeah, he's come roaring down.
His superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting, wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
We're about ready to head to quarter number 3. Valley Suns have a hill to climb as they trail by 19. Well, Sean McDermott with 15 points in this first half. Malawach, where'd that come from? And you got Damian Ball with 14. And you got Christopher with 22. And then we've got our courtside quiz. So be ready for this. There is a player that has a linkage to the Phoenix Suns, the Northern Arizona Suns, the Miami Heat, and the Sioux Falls Skyforce. So who is that player? There is one. And we hope you'll figure it out. We'll get to that later on in the third quarter in our courtside quiz. Who is the player that has extensive ties with the parent clubs and also the G League clubs for both Miami and Phoenix? Skyforce getting into the secondary action. Jameer Young pulls up on the shot. And Jameer Young, he hits his second three-point bucket of the night, and it's 16 for Jameer. Skyforce pushed that lead back to 22. And that's the largest that it's been tonight. Caleb Johnson gets a bucket the other way. Johnson with 8. Now Caleb Johnson as an average, only averaging just about 4 points a game. So he's definitely surpassed that in a needed time. Josh Christopher, and the Skyforce still shooting darts from the outside.
I think that shot pretty much has summed up how this game has gone for the Skyforce. They just simply can't miss no matter how much they are covered by.
Marcus Burke. And then Dane Danger pulls down the rebound. Well, an opportunity from the outside that misses. Man, Jameer Young from 26 feet. That's got to be the heat check. Damian Baugh gets to the rim, and it's not quite. Now you look for those double-double opportunities, and there may not be one tonight unless it's points and assists. Points and rebounds is going to be tough sledding.
Yeah, Danger's sitting at six rebounds and 6 points for the Skyforce, so he's their biggest threat currently.
Dennis Smith Jr., front iron. Into the lane, Damian Baugh, the kick out. McDermott, his first launch of the second half. Out of bounds, last touch by Johnson. Dennis Smith Jr. apparently is really good, really tight with Bam Adebayo. Might be one of the reasons that Dennis Smith Jr. migrated, picked out of the player pool by the Sioux Falls Skyforce in January. Josh Christopher, tomahawk. 27 for JC.
10 for 11.
That is hard to beat. Of course, Trevor Keels would say, no 12 for 12 from 3-point range. Ooh, Damian Baugh sizing it up and then dropping it off for C.J. Huntley. C.J. Huntley has been basically a very limited factor in this game so far.
Yeah. You can see the difference with Malawatch not being down in the paint.
Dane Danger, the spin. Danger working up to 8 points. Damian Baugh, the reach. That might have been Steve Settle on the reach. Nope, Josh Christopher on the reach. Steve Settle was kind of the trailer. They call the reach on Christopher, but Steve Settle had the hand on the hip, so he could have gone either way.
So Christopher gets the foul. He's up to 3 now. And their leading scorer by a pretty wide margin. Looks like 11 points with 27 to the next highest scorer of 16.
For Jameer Young. Suns and Damian Baugh get the rebound. He was determined to get 2 points on this trip.
Snuck that right past Danger's block attempt.
And of course, you don't have much of the rim deterrence for the Suns. The floater for Jameer Young with 18.
The fact that we're in the 8 minutes left in the third quarter and the Skyforce at 91 is pretty impressive and indicative of how the night's gone for them shooting.
And then Danger affecting the shot, if not blocking it. We'll see if the scorer's table agrees. That one slips away. They do get Danger the block, his second of the game. And again, the Skyforce looking to earn their 13th win of the regular season. Then they'll embark on a road trip after this. 3 from the corner, courtesy of Marcus Burke, the former Indiana Purdue Jaguar. Ooh, Josh Christopher gives off to Smith, pulls his way into the lane, kicks it back out. Christopher is open again. Josh Christopher, a 30-piece. Dennis Smith Jr. with his 4th assist. Josh Christopher's career high is 40.
He's making a very valid attempt to...
Yeah, he might get that by the end of the third quarter
quarter,
if
yeah.
they keep shooting. Vladislav Golden and Bez Mbeng will appear. Skyforce with a 25-point advantage. Damian Baum off the screen from Huntley. McDermott resets and then launches to get another one. McDermott, 18 points.
5 for 9 from 3. Looks like all of the shot attempts, he's 5 for 9 in general, so all of the shot attempts have come from 3.
Jameer Young, a little strong. Damian Baugh sizing it up, mixing it up, and then getting into a double team. He finds McDermott again. Again, Baugh had 15 assists the other night. Baugh with a glass banger. Tracked down by Burke. Caleb Johnson will work on Bez Mbeng. Caleb Johnson will earn a free throw with 6:45 left in the third. The Sioux Falls Skyforce with a 94-72 edge over the Valley Suns. Return after this, the courtside quiz. Remember, Phoenix, Sioux Falls, Miami, all coming to you next.
Central Bank is proud to sponsor the 50-50.
Coming to Miami, I knew, like, I've been here as a kid to the game, like I've seen this franchise and what it stands for, and I was just like, I feel like Miami always kind of had little influences throughout my life the whole way, and then it was a full circle moment.
Well, did you get that courtside quiz figured out? As the one player with the Sioux Falls Skyforce, the Miami Heat, the Northern Arizona Suns, and the Phoenix Suns. And this player is in the NBA currently. That is Derek Jones Jr., a high flyer that also played for the Dallas Mavericks in the NBA Finals against the Boston Celtics a couple of seasons ago. So Derek Jones Jr. has extensive history between these two teams and the two franchises involved, and still able to put it together. Jones Jr. is now with the Los Angeles Clippers, and the free throw coming up. Caleb Johnson, a chance to get into double figures. And the rebound pops back to Johnson. And Damian Baugh earns 3 on that trip after getting the offensive rebound. So the lead back to 19. Now, even though the Skyforce have the significant lead, Bez Mbeng will set up Vladislav Golden, and the turn and hook shot. Lead back to 21. Golden with 8 points. Damian Baugh, jumper short. But the Valley Suns will get another free throw. Damian Baugh with 19. 6 of 13 shooting for Baugh. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Valley Suns overall have struggled from the stripe. 5 of 9 currently.
If you look at their shooting numbers, they're not even shooting bad either. 50% from the field and 41 from 3.
Yeah, those are excellent numbers, in fact.
Yeah.
Well, they miss another free throw. 5 of 10. Well, of course, the Skyforce haven't lit it up from the free throw line either, but they haven't needed it. Josh Christopher turns it over. McDermott. And that
Nice
one's knocked
steal.
away from Mariano. I think Mariano had designs on getting a intimate knowledge of the rim in that possession.
A little bit of a peanut punch in basketball. There it is.
Well, that's the anticipation of where that ball's going to be when the player gathers it on his way to the rim. Well, they'll work it to the middle of the court with Samuel. McDermott drives baseline. 6 to shoot from 28 feet. Damian Baugh. Rebound. That would be Bezem Bang. Josh Christopher, he will pull up and he'll try to add more. Yeah, sure.
I think it's safe to assume that if he gets the ball, he's probably shooting it tonight.
That's 32 for Josh Christopher. Well, they tried to lob it up, and it was tapped out by Samuel. Vladislav doing a good job of denying that pass to Samuel underneath. And of course, Tyree Samuel, 6'8", out of Florida, 239. Golden, 7'1" and 250. So that's a battle between a couple of bigs down low.
Sun's starting to trap now.
Now they changed the look a little bit. Ooh, Vladislav couldn't guide that one inside the nylon.
Great vision.
McDermott. Well, that one goes over the top. Yeah, great vision on that play to kind of work that ball around, draw the defense, kick it to the cutter.
Yeah, from where we're sitting, I couldn't even see that he was cutting, and Vladislav Golden's a big man, so great vision from Bezem Bang on that, just couldn't get the finish.
Well, that's part of that cohesion, communication, knowing how, it probably wasn't a set action that it was run for Golden. It just ended up that way in the free flow of the offense. Jameer Young, and that one's slapped out by McDermott. And it looks like McDermott a little bit worse for wear. He's adjusting the wristband on his left arm. 6 to shoot for Sioux Falls. Jameer Young finds Bezem Bang at the rim. Jameer Young, that's his 4th assist. And the Skyforce have reached the hundo in the 3rd quarter.
Now it's all about how high can you go.
RJ Nemhard has 5 to shoot. Gets in the double team, and it's blown up. Jameer Young will track it down, and he will take it and score it. Jameer Young with 20. And the Skyforce have scored 8 straight after the lead was dropped to 19. And the Skyforce get another steal. And they'll call the foul, and they will call it on McDermott. And this will be a foul, first team foul on the Suns, so that was 1 to give. And Vladislav trying to send it away, but before he could get it sent away, he was fouled by McDermott. Otherwise, that would be one of those clear path or take fouls.
Yeah, didn't get a good look at it.
Jameer Young and Vladislav trying to keep it. And they will keep it. Valley Suns knocked it out. So Young will trigger it. being hounded by Zurich Phelps. Guarding against the cutter. And it's the three from the corner by Madsen. It's no good. Rebound to Nebhard. Nemhard and Samuel will do the two-man game. They'll try a second time. Send it off to the corner. Skyforce showing hard on that sequence. Samuel looked to drive on Golden. Will spin around him and flip it off the glass. Into the lane. Bez Mbeng will score and get one more. With 2:52 remaining in the third quarter. Skyforce by a bunch. 104-77. As Bez Mbeng will go to the line when we come back.
Central Bank is proud to sponsor the 50-50 ball toss, where 50% of the proceeds benefit Sioux Falls youth sports. Give it your best shot with Central Bank. Make it happen.
Williams getting the big night, 25 points as he got 25 points, 10 rebounds for Man. As a member of the Washington Wizards on the 10-day contract, they may work his way to another 10-day.
Good for Man.
It's the fourth team foul on the Sioux Falls Skyforce. It's the last foul to give.
Small.
The Suns, again, still 49% shooting. The Skyforce have defended a little bit better in this third quarter. And Vladislav gets the rebound as the Skyforce try to increase their lead, and they will. Bez Mbeng. And Marcus Burke is down, and he is not able to perform currently. He got whacked in the eye. He will rejoin the fray. Skyforce playing 4-on-5 with the Suns.
2 minutes.
Burke will be back on defense as Gabe Manson will drive through, tries to get it to Mbeng to get him to score again. Instead, he'll send it out. Cam Carter with the ball fake. Swing it up top. Vladislav Golden from 3. 1:40 to go in the third quarter. 30-point game as the Skyforce have blown it open in this third quarter. And you look at that trend. Skyforce led by that middle of the second quarter run when they led 40-37, and they put together a 14-point run. And then the Skyforce have been able to really put this game in their favor since then. Dennis Smith Jr. will wait for the screen, a triple screen up top. Gabe Madsen's open, he's going to launch. And then Vladislav Golden can't hold the rebound, the Suns. Nemhard will go 1-on-2. Nemhard says, I'll get a foul.
Well, the Skyforce have finally stooped under 70% shooting. They're now shooting 67% from the field as a team and 54% from three. So finally getting underneath those astronomical numbers, but still a great day at the office for them.
Yeah, there's no need for heart palpitations over that.
Yeah.
By any means. But yeah, it is a definite a shooting display that is very rare. You know,
Yeah.
to shoot two out of three on all shots is just phenomenal.
Yeah. And the way this game has gone, I mean, it's been below 70 before, and they got it back up way over it. So, see what happens.
Dennis Smith with the turnaround jumper. He finds the range. He's got 4 points. And again, that big number on the board is Josh Christopher with 32. Tyree Samuel knocked out by Junior. They say Dennis Smith Jr. touched it last. Skyforce claiming it was off Samuel.
Why Golden 7 alive?
Well, being up 109 to 82, you're allowed to have a little bit of levity.
I think you're right.
Zurich Phelps for three. Tyree Samuel gets the offensive board. They'll try the Zurich free again. Zurich Phelps. Well, the Valley Suns, again, they trailed by 30, but they have, since that point, they have outscored Sioux Falls 8-2 since then. So small victory for the Valley Suns, but they've got quite a hill to climb with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Gabe Madsen trying to tightrope the baseline, and then he got a jump ball with 1/10 of a second left in the third quarter.
With the Winter Olympics just going on, it looked like Gabe Madsen was a part of the curling there. Slid right across the floor.
Well, yeah, and they're doing their due diligence. Our courtside crew making sure that they swab the deck. So that will end the third quarter. So we've reached the end of the penultimate stanza in this contest. Sioux Falls Skyforce lead by 24 on the NBA G League Network.
Drew Smith, good to see him back healthy and making a difference. Yeah, he's come roaring down.
His superpower is his fortitude. That inspires me.
This guy has overcome a lot to get to this point.
You have to watch him to know how he affects the game, how hard he works, how he's done things the right way.
That man is nothing but effort.
The fact that he's still fighting and wants to be here, that right there is perseverance in itself.
Drew Smith, how do you do?
I think it's just a little bit of mental fortitude and a little bit of a belief in yourself.
Fascinating. My readings show that this planet's teeming with life.
Captain, it seems we've landed in a pet paradise.
You mean we've discovered a planet full of adorable puppies and kitties?
Yes, this planet is full of wagging tails and gentle purrs.
Remember your orders, Red. We're here to observe, not to interfere.
Lieutenant, I think it's time that we bend the rules. Starship, beam down some treats and some toys. From grooming to pet food, the best services and products in the galaxy are at Mini Critters.
Final quarter about to arrive here at the Sanford Pentagon. Got other scores around the NBA G League this afternoon. The Capital City Go-Go getting a victory. Motor City Cruise. We were wondering about whether the Skyforce would score 140. Cruise with 149. Vipers Wolves. Well, when the Vipers were here on Thursday, we're kind of looking at this particular contest between the Vipers and Wolves, and that will have playoff implications. Both those teams ahead of the Skyforce in the standings. Also, this Hustle Spurs is also interesting. The Hustle are a 4-17 team, and they're on the road, and they're leading the Spurs.
The stars in the Capitanes.
Capitanes.
Believe Mexico City is second, I think, in the standings.
They're top 3. Here, let's get to that. Yeah, they're second in the standings, 14-7. Dennis Smith Jr. getting to the rim, and then he steals it again. Josh Christopher, oh yes. Oh man. Then Cam Carter gets it back and puts it in. Boy, the Suns had a little bit of a spurt at the end of the third quarter. That's erased. Bye-bye. And then they turn it over again. That is the 17th turnover of the night for the Valley Suns, and Gabe Matson's going to put it in motion. Dennis Smith Jr. Now he has 6 points. Gabe Matson will try to add to his total, and down it goes. He's got 8. Gabe Matson 2 of 5 from deep. Skyforce coming out in this fourth quarter, scoring the first 7. In that third quarter, the Skyforce were 13 of 23 shooting. And in most cases, you think, man, 13 of 23, that's a good third quarter. Yeah. But their shooting percentage for the game went down.
I mean, that really puts it into perspective.
And then the Valley Suns were 9 of 22 in that third quarter overall. They're up to 30. Now 31 three-point tries. That one gets a soft bounce for Marcus Burke. So 13 of 31. As the Skyforce working on a lead. Josh Christopher, dotted line jumper, feeling it. That's 34 for Josh.
I think we're going to see Christopher push for the ball for as long as he's in for this fourth quarter to see how high he can get that point total to go, because 6 more points, that's his career high. 7 more, that's a new career high. So
and Phelps with the 3. Skyforce the rebound. Cam Carter going to set up Josh Christopher. Gets in the lane, and there it is again.
Yep.
Josh Christopher. And foul on the court. And that's Gabe Madsen. Now Christopher. What a tremendous performance. 14 of 16. And the only 2 shots that he has missed have been from three-point range.
Yeah.
And they were both good looks, too.
I mean, even the contested looks that he's shot tonight have been good looks because they've gone in. He's just been that hot.
McDermott, hounded by Smith Jr., 6 to shoot. From 35 feet. Shot clock going down. Josh Christopher, what's he going to do here? He says, I'm going to work.
Yep.
Josh Christopher, that's a season high 38.
2 more points for a career high, 3 more points for a new career high.
9:20 to go. Earlier this season, Trevor Keels had 46. And that 12 of 12 from three-point range game. Of course, that's one of the top 10 point performing efforts in Sioux Falls Skyforce history. Mariano being guarded by Gabe Madsen. Gabe Madsen gets the better of that. And then the loose ball foul as the Valley Suns with C.J. Huntley coming over the top. And Gabe Madsen, and then Huntley coming over in. Skyforce have 3 fouls in the team category. That's the first on the Suns in the fourth quarter. Are they going to work the action to Josh Christopher? Here, yes, they are. Josh Christopher, the step through. Oh, and he missed it.
They'll get it right back.
And Mariano couldn't quite hold on. Boy, Josh Christopher, he was, man, just about to get that career high.
For these Suns, you better believe it's going to him, and you better believe he's going to shoot it.
They'll call on Alex Fudge. The offensive foul again. He was trying to set the screen, but got there late. And the Suns quickly the other way. McDermott, and then he lobs it up for Huntley.
A little bit late on
Josh
D there.
Christopher comes the other way, and he's going to, again, split 3 defenders. He wants to get that 40-piece. I think the Skyforce are going to do their best to get it to him. And the Suns. And the Skyforce will call timeout to, even though they lead by 30, Skyforce are looking to set up Josh Christopher for a career high. We'll see how that plays out here after this.
Once upon a time, there was a sad little dog that smelled funny.
No one will play with me.
Suddenly, the grooming fairy appeared.
You look a lot like the big friendly guy.
And the sad little dog was instantly transformed into a happy little dog that smelled better. And all the pet lovers who saw this ad on TV brought their dogs to Mini Critters for grooming, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Visit SNAirport.com.
30-point ball game as the Sioux Falls Skyforce lead the Valley Suns. Their next appearance on the court coming up later this week. That's Wednesday the 25th. Looks like a matinee at home against the South Bay Lakers, and then they'll follow it up with the evening edition on the 26th, Thursday. And then Saturday they'll be at Texas. Then they've got a four games out on that trip later on. Valley Suns get the swipe. Damian Baugh. And the battle for the rebound. Gabe Madsen trying to keep it. And the Skyforce, it's still, now they finally get it back. Cam Carter, who looked like he was looking to get, and then the behind the back for Caleb Johnson. On the reverse layup, CJ Huntley.
Slippery ball on the court.
Looks like they got a little bit of butter on the basketball.
They need some popcorn.
Here comes Josh Christopher, and that's a 40-piece. $7:50 to go. McDermott for three. Here's the intriguing factor. Now, that is a career high for Josh Christopher in points and also in his shooting as well. That one rattles out.
Beat his previous best by 2 field goals. His highest ever was 14, and now he's at 16.
16 made buckets. Only one free throw.
Yeah, he's had to earn every one.
That'll be one to be earned for Caleb Johnson at the free throw line. Caleb Johnson is not a good free throw shooter. He is averaging 47%. Mariano, nice pass on the cut. Alex Fudge will pick up his third personal. Caleb Johnson, potential double-digit day. And Johnson, the Skyforce get the rebound with Bez able to reel it in. And they'll call the offensive foul as Dane Danger trying to work for position out on the perimeter.
Suns are trying to get the fast break on him, but they didn't get the ball in fast enough.
I think it did work for him briefly.
Yeah.
But that was on one of those previous plays. But really, They haven't hit the 100 mark yet. Now they have a chance to do it on this possession.
It's an interesting attempt by Baugh there. He kind of just threw it up and it went in.
Sometimes when you get that contact and all you try to do is just lay it up as soft as you can.
Work
in the general direction of the rim. Damian Baugh has another double-digit assist contest. He had 15 on Friday night and 10 in this contest. Add with 22 points. And they call a traveling or a dribbling violation on Young. I think that was a carry. Skyforce commit their 15th turnover. Both teams have really feasted on the points off turnovers. 26-24. Damian Baugh for three. Put back in by C.J. Huntley on the offensive rebound. So 8 points straight. Here comes Josh Christopher. What has he got in his bag on this trip? That looks like a free throw line jumper, and that's a career high for Josh Christopher.
42.
And the Skyforce get the steal. Guess who? And Josh Christopher will get to the rim. Oh, yay!
It's like the opposite of limbo. How high can you go?
Josh Christopher, 44. Now do you go for a 50-piece? That one went as a pass to nowhere.
I think you know the answer to that question.
I think I do. I think a large majority of our... Nope, it looks like they are going to send Josh Christopher to the bench, and he hears it from the crowd here at the Sanford Pentagon. That question is answered.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you got infection control for Josh Christopher. Zach James getting a little bit of camera time on the night. Jameer Young twisting in the lane, blocked by Valley Suns. And that one squirts through the midst of R.J. Nemhard. While we have a moment, the Sheraton Sioux Falls Hotel is proud to serve as the official host hotel for all NBA G League teams this season. When you're done cheering on the Skyforce, go to the Sheraton. Atmosphere at the Water's Edge Bar scintillating. Jameer Young does not get blocked on that attempt. So Jameer Young with 22. Zurich Phelps. That one a soft touch.
With the way the Skyforce shot the ball tonight, I don't think anything really would have mattered, but our analysis of not having Malawatch in the paint and them trying to go at that turned out to be correct. They scored 76 points in the paint. There was almost 2 more right there.
Yeah, almost 78. Now you'll have to look through the season annals to find out how many points in the paint the Skyforce have been able to muster, or they're high in that category. And the Skyforce get the swipe. Here comes Jameer Young. He gives it up to Dane Deja, who scores and gets one more. Our production crew is talking about Nelson Muntz because I heard the from someone in the crowd after Jameer Young grabbed that ball on the steal.
Some people are very creative.
That they are. They have the sense of comedic timing.
Yes. Either have it or you don't.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's hard to manufacture for sure. And the rebound to the Suns. Skyforce lead it 132-104. R.J. Nemhard denied at the rim. Gabe Madsen, instead of flinging it from outside, Dane Danger tried to put it back. He'll get another free throw opportunity with 3:59 to go. Gabe Madsen will go to the free throw line. Saw some of, excuse me, that's Dane Danger to the free throw line. Danger averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds last season for Memphis. Jameer Young will have a seat for the final time. He only got half of the point production from Josh Christopher. And Danger, the spinner. They combined 12 of 23 from the free throw line for these two teams. So the Skyforce do well when they score more than their opponent. Points in the paint, they're 17 and 10 during the course of the season. I think that's all games, including Showcase. And the mark in this contest is just immense. 78 to 44 is the points in the paint. Sands in the hourglass are slowly sifting away in this contest. So the Skyforce, the Suns bench, erupting to say, "Hey, let's replay. Let's challenge that." But Paul Jesperson says, "Nah." Gabe Madsen off the feed from the outside, and Gabe Madsen in double figures. 3 of 6 from the outside for the Madman from Rochester. So the Skyforce are going to send the Valley Suns to the free throw line for the balance of the contest. Zurich Phelps to the free throw line. And Phelps can't hit the free throw, so both teams still continuing the missing at the stripe. The easiest shot in the game. Bezembang will get it back from Golden. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Bezembang will work it back the other way. Gabe Madsen will try again.
I think that step back deserved a shot, even if he missed it.
RJ into the lane, shoots it over the top of Vladislav. Now we'll play a little loose here in the final 2:39 of this contest. As Cam Carter will give it up, they'll work it around. Bez and Gabe with the two-man. Gabe Madsen. What Josh Christopher did, Gabe Madsen is starting to do. He's up to 14.
Skyforce are up to 138 points.
Mariano for 3. Rebound Vlad. And so Vlad, well, he got a timeout on the court. With 2:06 remaining, we'll have one more segment of this contest before the Skyforce leave the Sanford Pentagon for a road trip.
And it's time to give away another.
Welcome to Cafe Menu Critter, where we have some supreme choices for you today. May I interest you in a bowl of water or some little snacks to get started? Oh, wise choice, monsieur.
Find the perfect selection of food for your pet at Mini Critters. For people who love their pets.
Oh.
moments of this contest between the Valley Suns and the Sioux Falls Skyforce, a 30-point lead. Skyforce will have a lot of tough competition coming up. Osceola Magic on the road. They get a little bit of a breathing time. That'll be next weekend. But then there'll be a meat grinder of a schedule. 5 games in 8 days. All the upcoming schedule for the Sioux Falls Skyforce, powered by Poet. Worldwide leader in biofuel energy. Camp Carter on the lob from Bez and Bang. That's 2 pretty ones from Cam Carter off the lob in this contest. I have to share the candy dish a little bit and give more, and Alex Fudge with the block. Going off the shin, and Bez and Bang. Too much top spin to run that down.
That's a pretty
Bez
good
and Bang finding Cam Carter. That is some high flying. Cam Carter, 17 points. And then to beat the shot clock, Mariano hits the 3. It's the second one he's hit today. That's 8 points overall for Mariano. Carter trying to work on Nemhard. We'll get to the free throw line with 1:22 to play.
Carter is just an athletic freak. He's able to get to his spots so fast that you almost have to foul him so he can't get up and get that point total to rise.
At the line shooting 2 shots, Cam Carter.
Yeah, you look at some of the things that the Skyforce have done today. 58 of 88. Each free throw on its own volition. At 66%. That is just a phenomenal number. The game of infamy, as that free throw is missed, is as Grisby, the new guy, gets in the action, gets the rebound. So 141 points for Sioux Falls. That's the most they've scored this season. So if they score one more time, Alex Fudge, and they tap it way back. So that's over and back, 59.2. So the best field goal percentage for the Skyforce in their history, 61 of 89 in that game of infamy against the Omaha Racers, where they beat the Racers 158 to 78.
Just shy.
So a 30-point margin, now a 28 after that bucket. So will the Skyforce be content? They'll run the play here, Cam Carter, and they'll call the offensive foul. So 141 it will remain for a Skyforce edge on the scoreboard. And Carter trying to work on Nemhard. And Nemhard is slow to get up. Both players a little worse for the wear. And Nemhard, he is laboring as he makes his way towards front court. So the Valley Suns will likely get this clock under 24 seconds as Caleb Johnson at 24.8. So the Skyforce, if they choose, they can take a shot if they want, but they'll probably just run it out until 0.8 of a second left on the game clock. So the margin will be 141 to 115. As the Sioux Falls Skyforce will get to 13-12 on the season, while the Valley Suns will drop to 8-14, split the series here at the Sanford Pentagon. And the Skyforce still at number 9 in the Western Conference. And the game is over. That's the third note on the scale. And the Sioux Falls Skyforce get the win, 141 to 115.
What a performance it was from Josh Christopher tonight. 44 points, had 4 rebounds and 2 assists to go along with it. Shot 6 for 9 from 3, 18 for 23 from the field. to go along with him, we had Jameer Young dropping 22 points. All-around effort from the bench with Cam Carter with 18. Gabe Madsen dropping 14 with 4 from 8 from three-pointers. For the Suns, 2 20-plus scorers and had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players over 10-plus points. Wasn't enough to get it done, though, as the Skyforce get it done.
Now, before we get our post-game interview, we got to give Nick Robinson his flowers. It's his final game as a member of the Sioux Falls Skyforce Media Relations and Player Development. So congratulations, Nick, getting a great opportunity. Wish the best for you, my friend. He is moving out to California and working with the Golden State Warriors. So we'll get Josh Christopher to give us his perspective. And first, you know, we talk about the 44 points and what it took to get there. How does that, you know, with how things played out in the game, those 44 points, you know, not crucial to the win, but how did it feel to get into that flow?
It feels good because those words flow was something me and Herm were talking about before these games started, just getting back into the flow. And I used my All-Star break wisely, didn't go on vacation, but used that time to go put in work, spend time with family, and just recalibrate and get back in the lab and get ready to work.
And then, you know, physically, that there are probably some things mentally. What does that do for you?
I mean, when you see that you're playing good basketball, especially after a break, it's encouraging for myself going forward, but also it can inspire teammates too. You know, just playing good basketball will make others want to play good basketball too. So if I could just lead by example on the court, vocally, mentally, just mentality, then we'll be all right.
Then as far as this game in particular and in the entire team effort, you know, it went 1 through 10. You know, you had the regular rotation of getting people out there, everybody making contributions, and how best did that all cohesive look? What were the key? What was the key thing that got you guys really rolling today?
Just cohesion, unity, and really just playing together, playing hard, playing to our strengths, honing in on the game plan that coach puts out for us. We're really good in transition, so whenever we run and we're getting lobs and seeing Cam Carter with his head above the rim and Fudge flying and Vlad flying and me doing my thing and Jameer just making everything happen, Bez active on defense, Gabe flying around shooting. When everybody's playing inspiring basketball, we have a good shot at winning.
Great confidence for you guys today. Congratulations on the win, Josh.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate it.
You got it.
Shout out Nick, man.
You want to get Nick Robinson his final word as he continues on for a great opportunity. And, you know, it's not just the referees or the players or the coaches who try to get the opportunity to play at that next level. It's also the people in the other phases of this basketball world that we live in. Well, again, the final score, Sioux Falls Skyforce 141 and the Valley Suns 115 for Carter Mix and our entire crew. So long from the Sanford Pentagon, and blessings abundantly until we meet again.
Attacking on the inside towards C.J. Huntley or the opposition of that side.
Dennis Smith Jr. will test the lane. Turnaround jumper, NBA, joining the Skyforce prior to the All-Star break. Both teams had 14 offensive rebounds in that contest as Keldon Johnson 5% in that game on Friday night. The Suns were at 52%. Jameer Young. Josh Christopher, he'll hold the potato and hoist.
They'll pump you home.
Into the lane, Keldon Johnson. Excuse me, that's his Friday.
Yes.
Danger with the pass. The distributor is Brea with an early entry. He started on Friday night. Settle lost it. Damian Baugh goes the nutmeg route and then sends it over to McDermott for 3. Bez Mbeng saves it. Josh Christopher puts his man on the Duns.